God reminds you, true love doesn't run away. It arrives when you stop forcing what's not meant to stay. Have you ever felt that quiet ache in your heart? The longing for something that seems just beyond reach? Perhaps it is a person, a dream, or a calling you have been pursuing endlessly. God sees that effort, that tireless chasing, and He whispers gently, "Do not chase what is not meant for you. What is truly yours will find its way to you. It cannot miss you. It follows a divine timing that no force of human will can hasten or delay." Many of us have experienced the exhaustion that comes from forcing outcomes, from pursuing what resists alignment with our destiny. Chasing what is not ready, what is not meant to stay, leads only to frustration. The universe has a rhythm, a sacred flow, and when we push against it, we blur the path that has already been designed to bring us fulfillment. There is profound peace in understanding that what is truly ours will arrive in its own time, naturally and effortlessly. Timing, God reminds you, is sacred. Doors open only when their moment is ripe. Imagine trying to push open a door before it is ready. No matter how hard you try, it will resist. The same is true for relationships, opportunities, and life-changing moments. What is meant for you will come without struggle, bringing ease, joy, and the assurance that you are precisely where you are supposed to be. In moments of uncertainty, when longing weighs heavily on your heart, God is asking you to pause. Stop chasing. Stop forcing. Let your heart breathe. It is in this stillness that divine movement is clearest. What may seem delayed is often arriving precisely on time, quietly, unseen, preparing to unfold exactly as it should. Many confuse persistence with force, not understanding the difference. Persistence born of faith, patience, and trust aligns you with divine timing. Force born of fear or desperation pushes against the very flow meant to guide and bless you. Let your actions be inspired by trust, not anxiety. Let your heart be guided by hope, not need. When it comes to love, this principle is profound. True love does not flee, does not hide, and does not require chasing. What is meant for you will arrive naturally, effortlessly, carrying a sense of peace and wholeness. You may encounter it in unexpected places, through paths you never imagined, and when it comes, it will honor the person you have become in the meantime. Your value is not determined by how hard you chase, but by how faithfully you prepare. Prepare your heart, mind, and spirit to receive what has been destined for you. Cultivate patience, resilience, and inner strength. Every day offers opportunities to grow into the version of yourself ready to welcome what is truly yours. The more aligned you become, the more effortlessly blessings, love, and opportunities will flow to you. Trust is the anchor. When God says, "Do not chase," it is not denial, but invitation to surrender. Surrender is not giving up. It is releasing control and saying, "I trust your timing, Lord." In that surrender, space opens for miracles, unexpected joys, and love that fits perfectly into the life you are building. Consider water. When forced through a narrow path, it splashes, it resists. When allowed to flow naturally, it finds its way without obstruction. Your life mirrors this flow. Stop forcing, stop pushing, and allow the divine current to guide your journey. What is meant for you cannot miss you. It will find you in perfect alignment with divine orchestration. Every person, every experience, every opportunity carries meaning. Some teach, some bless, some prepare. Do not be discouraged by delays or apparent absence. The divine is always moving behind the scenes, orchestrating a story far greater than you can perceive. Trust in that unseen hand. Trust that timing, love, and guidance are never late. As you continue, cultivate gratitude. Gratitude roots you in the present while keeping your heart open for the future. It reminds you that even in waiting, you are never empty. Every step, every lesson, every quiet moment contributes to the preparation of what is coming. Love yourself through this process. Honor your journey. Celebrate the small blessings, for they are the foundation for the greater ones on the way. Chasing often breeds fear, doubt, and exhaustion. Receiving requires faith, openness, and calm. Shift your energy from pursuit to presence. Focus not on what is absent, but on the growth within you. Let patience shape your spirit. Let hope guide your heart. And trust that divine timing ensures nothing meant for you will ever pass you by. Your journey is sacred. Every season of stillness prepares you. Every moment of waiting is a call to trust more deeply. God is sending signs, nudges, and gentle confirmations to remind you that what is yours will arrive. You do not need to force it. You do not need to chase it. The right people, opportunities, and blessings will reach you exactly when the time is right. Pause, breathe, release the need to control, the urge to chase, the weight of expectation. Embrace calm, faith, and trust. Let your heart recognize that divine alignment is at work. Let your spirit rest in the knowledge that love, blessings, and opportunities will find you when they are meant to. And as you begin to rest in this understanding, something subtle starts to change within you. The tension softens, the urgency fades. You no longer feel the need to prove, convince, or pursue what resists you. Instead, a quiet confidence begins to grow, the kind that comes from knowing you are guided, protected, and remembered. God never asks you to exhaust yourself for what He has already assigned to your life. There is wisdom in waiting, not the kind of waiting filled with anxiety, but the kind anchored in trust. Waiting becomes sacred when you understand that nothing aligned with your destiny requires panic. What belongs to you moves toward you with intention. It does not require chasing, begging, or shrinking yourself to be seen. When God prepares something for you, it carries your name, your timing, and your peace. Many people spend years chasing affection, approval, or validation, believing that effort equals worth. But God teaches a different truth. Worth is inherent. You were already chosen before you ever pursued anything. What changes is not your value, but your readiness. And readiness is built in stillness, reflection, and surrender, not in relentless pursuit. Sometimes God removes people from your path not to punish you, but to protect you. What leaves your life on its own was never meant to stay. What requires force was never meant to fit. This is not loss, it is alignment. When something departs, it creates space for what truly belongs. Trust that space. It is intentional. You may wonder why things take time, why prayers seem unanswered, why doors remain closed. But delays are often forms of mercy. God sees outcomes you cannot. He knows what would break you if given too soon. He knows what would distract you if it arrived before you were anchored. Timing is not about denial. It is about preparation. There is a season where God teaches you, not by giving, but by withholding. In that season, you learn discernment. You learn patience. You learn to recognize peace over excitement, depth over urgency, and alignment over attraction. These lessons refine you so that when what is meant for you arrives, you do not mishandle it, rush it, or lose yourself within it. When you stop chasing, you start seeing clearly. You begin to recognize what drains you versus what nourishes you. You become more selective, more grounded, more aware of your own needs and boundaries. This clarity is not accidental. It is part of the preparation. God does not bring meaningful blessings into chaotic hands. Love that is meant for you will not confuse you. It will not keep you guessing your worth. It will not require you to abandon your values or compromise your peace. It will meet you where you are and grow with you, not pull you away from yourself. That kind of love arrives quietly, steadily, without pressure, because it is rooted in truth, not fear. The same applies to purpose. Opportunities meant for you do not require self-betrayal. They do not demand exhaustion as proof of loyalty. They unfold in alignment with who you are becoming. When God opens a door, it opens fully. You do not need to wedge it open with desperation. You simply walk through with humility and trust. Let go of the belief that effort alone determines outcome. Faith is not passive, but it is patient. Action is necessary, but forcing is not. There is a difference between showing up and chasing. Showing up is rooted in responsibility. Chasing is rooted in fear. God calls you to the first, not the second. As you continue to release what resists you, your spirit grows lighter. You begin to move differently, speak differently, choose differently. You no longer cling to what feels uncertain. You stop explaining yourself to those who cannot understand your value. You trust that what sees you clearly will find you naturally. This is how alignment feels: calm, steady, certain. Even when the outcome is not yet visible, the peace arrives first. That peace is confirmation. It tells you that you are no longer operating from lack. You are operating from trust. God is not asking you to stop caring. He is asking you to stop striving. There is a difference. Care is gentle. Striving is exhausting. What is meant for you responds to care, not force. It responds to authenticity, not performance. It meets you in truth, not in pursuit. Remember, what passes you by was never meant to stop. What slows down for you was always meant to stay. You do not miss what God has reserved. You cannot outrun what is divinely assigned. The path bends, the timing shifts, but the destination remains secure. And in this understanding, your heart learns to rest again. Not because everything is resolved, but because you trust who is guiding the resolution. You trust that God is not late. You trust that nothing is wasted. You trust that every closed door redirected you closer to what fits. This is not the end of your waiting, but it is the end of your chasing. From here, you move forward with intention, clarity, and faith, knowing that what is meant for you is already in motion, already aligning, already finding its way to you. And as this truth settles deeper within you, something else begins to unfold quietly, something even more powerful than patience, something that prepares you not just to receive, but to recognize what has been coming toward you all along. And as this truth settles deeper into your spirit, you may notice something important beginning to shift. The noise quiets. The pressure eases. The constant internal dialogue asking when, how, and why starts to lose its grip. This is not because all questions have been answered, but because trust has taken their place. Trust does not demand clarity. It rests in knowing that clarity will come when it is needed. God works most powerfully in moments of surrender. Not surrender out of defeat, but surrender out of faith. The kind that says, I no longer need to force outcomes to feel secure. When you reach this place, you stop measuring life by speed and start measuring it by alignment. You recognize that peace is not found at the finish line, but along the path when you are walking in harmony with divine timing. Many people misunderstand waiting. They believe waiting means standing still, but waiting with God is an active process. It is refinement. It is growth beneath the surface. It is becoming emotionally, spiritually, and mentally prepared for what is coming. Seeds do not struggle underground. They trust the process of becoming. You were never meant to live in pursuit mode forever. Chasing keeps the nervous system alert, the heart guarded, the mind restless. God invites you into something gentler, a pace where you can breathe again, a rhythm where your life is not dictated by fear of missing out, but by confidence that nothing meant for you will pass you by. When you stop chasing, you start listening. You hear your intuition more clearly. You recognize when something feels forced rather than aligned. You notice when your energy is being drained instead of replenished. This awareness is a gift. It protects you from attachments that look promising but lead you away from your peace. There is a reason God does not reveal everything at once. If you could see the full picture too early, you might rush ahead of your own growth. You might try to claim something before you have the wisdom to sustain it. God values longevity over immediacy. He builds foundations before he builds outcomes. Think about how often you prayed for things that later revealed themselves as lessons rather than blessings. At the time, it felt like loss. Now, with distance, you can see the protection in the delay. What didn't work out saved you from paths that would have cost you more than you were ready to give. God's guidance is not always loud. Often it comes as a loss of interest, a closed door, a discomfort you cannot ignore. These are not obstacles. They are redirections. They keep you from settling for what is almost right instead of waiting for what truly fits. And when the right thing begins to approach, it does not create chaos. It does not disrupt your sense of self. It does not require you to abandon your values. Instead, it integrates into your life naturally, enhancing who you already are, rather than demanding that you become someone else. This is how you know something is meant for you. It complements your growth. It respects your boundaries. It aligns with your peace. It does not rush you. It meets you where you are and moves forward with you, not ahead of you. God never intended for love, purpose, or fulfillment to feel like a race. Racing implies competition, and what is divinely assigned has no competitor. There is no one who can take what was prepared for you. There is no alternative version of your destiny meant for someone else. What is yours carries your name, your story, and your timing. As you continue walking this path, remember that uncertainty does not mean abandonment. Silence does not mean absence. God often does his deepest work when things appear still. Just because you cannot see movement does not mean alignment has stopped. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not missing anything. You are unfolding exactly as you are meant to. Life is not asking you to chase what is uncertain. It is inviting you to trust what is unfolding. And when the moment finally arrives, when what has been moving toward you quietly steps into your life, you will recognize it not by intensity, but by peace, by steadiness, by the absence of fear. It will feel familiar, as though your spirit has been expecting it all along. You will understand then that the waiting was not empty time. It was sacred preparation. It was God shaping you into someone capable of holding what He promised without losing yourself in the process. So, release the urgency, release the comparisons, release the belief that effort alone determines worth. Let your life be guided by trust rather than force. Let faith replace fear. Let peace become your confirmation. What is meant for you is not lost. It is not delayed beyond purpose. It is not confused about where to find you. It is moving toward you with precision, guided by wisdom greater than your own. Rest in that truth. Walk in that confidence. Live from that alignment. And if this message has resonated with your spirit, take a moment to like this video, subscribe for more messages of faith and divine timing, and share it with someone who may need reassurance today. Your support helps this message reach those who are still learning to let go and trust the pros.